الآن داخل موقع سوني الكبير في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس. سوني أعلنت هنا هذه السنة بلاي ستيشن فيتا، PSP فيتا، بورتبل بلاي ستيشن جديدة في الأسواق. سنتعرف على بلاي ستيشن فيتا وعلى لعبة روين التي تلعب على بلاي ستيشن فيتا.
What we're talking about today is the PlayStation Vita. Vita is the Latin root for life. So what we have here is your life in your hand. We basically wanted to bring out a next-gen portable that kind of brings together all of the different pieces. We have a brilliant OLED screen. We've got dual analog sticks so you can do full-blown gameplay and dive into exactly the way you want to play your games. We made the entire OLED screen touch. So this is a very high-fidelity, static-based, multi-touch screen, so you can touch it with 2, 3, 4 fingers without a problem. We also added in a back touch. So the back surface here, everywhere where you can see the icons, is also a touch. So when I'm playing the game, I can touch on the back here. That can be as simple as hitting the gas on a car, moving a circle around to make my barbarian spin around and attack someone, or playing a whack-a-mole style game where you're trying to knock things out of a window. You've got 6-axis control. With the Move launch we had last year, we've really refined the way we deal with 6-axis. So all of the motion, tilting forward, back, left, right, accelerometers, gyros. We have a couple of games that are completely driven by just moving the controller. You've got a back camera and you've got a front camera. You've got Wi-Fi and you've got 3G, so you're always connected. USPlayStation.com.
So what we want to show you is what we call the cross-play feature of Ruin, which is it's a game that's being developed both for the PlayStation 3 and for the PlayStation Vita, and we have the ability to play on one, save, and pick up the game on the other system. So we can show you our game is a social action RPG, and this is my warrior character moving through this dungeon and killing monsters. And what we want to allow the player to do is, when they need to, be able to pass the game from one system by saving and be able to pick it up on the other system. So I get home from playing the game on the bus while I'm on my way home from work. I can sit down in my living room on my television, pick up the game right from where I left off, and keep playing. The game is the exact same game on both systems. So I'm always able to play no matter where I am. With the Vita, I'm always able to stay connected to the social features of the game and know what's going on, what my friends and my rivals are doing. But when I want to relax on the couch and play on the big screen, I can do that on the PlayStation 3. As I say, this is an action role-playing game. PlayStation websites. It's being published by Sony and developed by Idle Minds.
مع الإطلاقات العديدة لتابلت بي سي، أيضا بلاكبيري أطلقت بلاي بوك تابلت الجديد، وسيصبح متاحا في الأسواق في الربع الأول من العام الجديد 2011. سنتعرف على مواصفات بلاي بوك الجديد بالإضافة إلى آب وورد، متجر التطبيقات الخاص ببلاكبيري.
So BlackBerry App World is RIM's storefront for apps for BlackBerry and for Playbook. So whether you're on a smartphone or on Playbook when it launches, you'll be able to find great applications that only make your experience on BlackBerry and Playbook that much better. So right now we're over 17,000 apps in the store, and that's for BlackBerry. We haven't released the number yet for Playbook. We've opened up acceptance for them. So in December, developers began submitting their apps for Playbook. We've had a lot of submissions. We actually have an ongoing contest where if you submit an app for Playbook, it gets accepted and approved for the store. As a developer, you get a free Playbook when it launches. Right now, we've waived all the fees for BlackBerry App World. So as a developer, you can register. Normally, it would be a $200 fee. We've waived that fee, so you can register for free. And once you're approved, all the toolkit for building apps for Playbook or BlackBerry are free on blackberry.com/developers. So we're really excited about the Playbook. So I have one here. We're launching it this quarter, so you'll be able to find it soon. It's the professional grade tablet, right? So this is the standard for what a tablet needs to be. My favorite thing on this, of course, is our BlackBerry Tablet OS. So it's a real-time, true multitasking operating system. So it's powered by a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor. So unlike other tablets where you have to pause an application to go to another one, on this I can actually have multiple running. So if I go here and I go to videos, I can click here, launch this video, it'll start playing. So this is full HD, 1080p video. It has HDMI out, so I can plug it into my TV. And as it's running, you can see here, I've actually swiped up so I can see my other applications, and then I can bring up Adobe PDF Reader, and I can take a look at a PDF. And as that's going, I can also see that the video is still running. So this is true multitasking. So as you can see here, I swiped up to get to a different application. I can also swipe from the side to navigate through applications. And even when I'm done with one, I can just swipe it up to get rid of it. Even the keyboard itself is just a swipe up from the corner. So there's a lot of great ways that you can interact with this. The other great thing about it is that with our product BlackBerry Bridge, you can actually tether it to your BlackBerry. So all your email, your BlackBerry Messenger contacts, your regular contacts, memo pad, calendar, can all appear on here in real time. So whatever's happening on my BlackBerry will happen here. If this, someone picks up and runs away with it, once the connection's broken, it all disappears. So from a security standpoint, it's great. So the browser is the same desktop experience you have. Any site you go to on a desktop PC, you can go to here. So we have a 16, a 32, and a 64 gigabyte version. This device here, so it has Wi-Fi for connectivity, and then it has Bluetooth, GPS, and it also for ports, it has a power port and a mini HDMI. Well, the other features too is the front and rear facing cameras. So it's a 3 megapixel camera on the front and a 5 megapixel on the back. And they're both HD cameras. We've actually got a couple different games on here. Now these are apps that have actually been submitted to App World. So we actually have Quake 3. So if I can get it loaded here. So this is the same Quake 3 that you'd have on your PC, which has been very popular here at the booth. We've been playing it. Just let it load up here. So I mean, it's standard Quake. And as you can see, it's running in the background. If you have kids, they're going to love this Elmo app. You can go to blackberry.com/paybook, and we have all the information there, all the technical specifications, and you can sign up for more information when it's going to be released in your region.
لاسي الشركة الفرنسية المتخصصة بعالم التخزين ستورج التقينا فيها بNAB 2011 لتحدثنا عن أحدث منتجاتها من أهمها ثاندربولت.
The buzz at NAB is obviously revolving around the Thunderbolt technology. It was announced in February by Intel as the latest interface for fast speeds, and it also is supported by Apple. So Apple in February announced the new MacBook Pro with Thunderbolt, and we were also one of the first manufacturers to have a storage peripheral that supports the technology. It's the Little Big Disk featuring Thunderbolt technology, and what we have here is a daisy chain scenario where each of the disks are connected and working together to provide fast transfer speeds so you can do video edit. So this is a very mobile scenario where you've got your MacBook Pro and very small storage. This is 4 terabytes of capacity, but it's supporting 2 uncompressed streams of HD content. Thunderbolt today performs at 10 gigabits per second, which is roughly 2 times faster than any interface that we're used to today, like FireWire 800 or USB 3.0. It's an extreme speed boost for people who demand fast transfer speeds for edit in this case, or even doing a very quick backup on a desktop, so you can essentially back up your entire workstation in minutes instead of it taking hours. You can also take this into a single unit scenario where the disk has 2 Thunderbolt ports in the back, so it can be connected to a display and to the computer. So you have a little ecosystem going on here. Another technology that's providing fast transfer speeds is USB 3.0. And we've got a number of products that include this interface. Keeping it small, we've got the fast key here. This is 120 gigs of storage, solid state storage, so over the USB 3 technology. So it's going to perform at about 240 megabits per second. So this is very fast for USB 3, nice solid state, so it's secure and very fast. This is from our popular rugged family. It's known for being very durable. It can withstand a lot of bumps and tumbles. It does have the USB 3 interface, so it can perform at about 100 megabits per second. This is really great for taking into the field or dropping into a bag and not worrying about the hard drive being compromised. This is a 2-disc solution in USB 3. This is the 2-big USB 3. One of the things that we like about this is that with the 2 discs in a RAID 0, it can get performances up to 300 megabits per second. So it's very fast. It's a nice economic solution for somebody who wants fast speeds for edit or higher capacity. So it can go up to 4 terabytes of storage in a pretty compact package. We've got some USB 2.0 keys. This key is fun in particular because it can withstand heat up to 300 degrees. It can go in underwater up to 300 feet. It can be frozen, it can be dropped, and it can withstand 10 tons of weight. You simply unscrew it and you've got the key inside. We've always called thumb drives USB keys, and LACIE actually made it into a key. So it actually looks like a key. You can stick it on a keychain. This goes up to 32 gigabytes in a very small form factor. So if you want to carry data on the go, it's very nice. We also include some nice software on these keys for protection of your data, make it password protected and encrypted. So if you lose the key or if you want to share the key, your data is secure. For more information about LACIE, visit lacie.com.
تتابعون ايتك عبر الحرة والحرة دوت كوم ويوتيوب.com/الحرة، وآخر أخبار التقنيات والبرنامج من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على ايتك شو. تتابعون ايتك عبر الحرة والحرة دوت كوم ويوتيوب.com/الحرة، وآخر أخبار التقنيات والبرنامج من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على ايتك شو. حتى في مجال الطبخ والشوي تدخل تطبيقات ايفون وايباد. هنا في معرض ماكورد 2011 عرض تطبيق جديد iGrill، وهو لمراقبة الشوي لاسلكيا. كيف يعمل iGrill الجديد؟ لنتعرف معا.
iGrill is basically a standalone grilling and cooking thermometer. So if you look at this one here, we have an iGrill, and we took it and we have a temperature right there, so you can tell the temperature of the food right on your iGrill itself. But then what we did is we added a long-range Bluetooth connection that connects to your iPad, your iPhone, or your iPod Touch. So this is our iPad app, and in our iPad app you can go ahead and come in and set temperature. So if we were cooking some beef, you would choose that, say medium rare. It sends the temperature here on the iPad and then also relays that back to the iGrill. So it's a two-way Bluetooth connection. In addition, you have some neat features in here of recipes, tips, and a web browser right in the app itself. So you can stay right within our app and do all these things. You have a second probe too, so if you wanted to monitor 2 different pieces of meat, you could do that as well, a chicken and a beef tenderloin or something like that. You can do it all right here on one app. We have our app, and then we'll be available in other apps at the end of the first quarter, like Weber and Omaha Steaks, and maybe Big Oven. This is the unit itself. So if you were just using the unit with no iPhone or no iPad, you would simply touch here. This probe is connected into this turkey here. Nice healthy turkey. If you push and hold it, it's going to give you an alarm setting. You can go ahead and set the alarm, and it will set this. So if we said 151 degrees, 53 degrees, once that you finish touching that, it's going to set the alarm here. This unit will now alarm once this turkey gets to that temperature. If you wanted to set a second alarm, you could go to the other probe that's connected to the steak right here, and you would push and hold it again, and it's going to give you the alarm setting for that meat. 144 degrees, medium well, and then once that's set, it will alarm you on there as well, on this device. If you're connected to an iPhone, an iPad, or an iPod Touch, it will tell you that it will alarm you there as well by an audible alarm, and then also the screen flashes blue to let you know that the food is ready. This cord is 48 inches long. These are all custom-made probes. They can't be used with any other device. The application is going to tell you the temperature. It has a timer within it as well. So if you wanted to set a timer internally and set it for 35 minutes, it will give you a timer in there if you're doing something else. It also, in the app, it tells you one nice feature is it tells you approximately how long until it's finished. So if you're a novice chef and you're not really good in the kitchen, the hardest thing to do is get everything out of the oven hot and off the oven hot and out to your guests. So it will tell you approximately 20 minutes until your turkey's done. so you can get your potatoes ready or your vegetables ready and get everything on the table at the same time. Other features that will be coming, we have a second app that will be coming with a smoker version, because smokers like to keep their temperature within a narrow range, about 20 degrees. So we'll give you an alarm to the upside and we'll give you an alarm to the downside. If the temperature is getting too cool, it'll give you an alarm, and if it gets too warm, it'll give you an alarm as well. You can go to www.igrillinc.com and also on the Apple Store.
EA سبورتس أعلنت في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس عن الإصدار الجديد للعبة فيفا لمحبي كرة القدم، فيفا 12، واليمكن اليوم لعب فيفا على آيبود، آيباد وآيبود تاتش. لنتعرف كيف.
This is actually the FIFA 11 tech prototype for FIFA 12. The game that's running right now is FIFA 11, but we're just showing some of the technology that's going to be available on FIFA 12 iPad. So essentially the setup here is the game is running on the iPad, right? And there's an HDMI cable running to the TV, so it's being rendered on the television, and the gameplay is being controlled via two iPod touches. They're connected via Bluetooth. So right now it's a multiplayer setup. Two people can play against each other with the game running on the iPad. As you see here, movement's controlled with the virtual D-pad. There's 3 buttons that are contextual based off of where I am on the field, or whether I have the ball or not. Right now the other controller has the ball. So again, I'm playing as Chelsea. As you can see, I'm controlling the action with the D-pad. And you can see the controls are almost seamless. When I trigger an action, it happens in real time. There's no latency, there's no delay. So here I am gonna try to make a goal. Yeah, that was a terrible cross. But anyways, that's the gist. Multiplayer gameplay through the iPod Touch is connected via Bluetooth. It's essentially like a home console setup, but with the accessibility of your iDevices. You know, you can do this on the go, so you don't even necessarily need the TV. You can use the 2 iPod Touches, play with a friend on your iPad. Furthermore, there's of course single player mode where you can play directly on your iPad. The apps running on the iPod Touches will be free downloads. Naturally, the game itself will have some sort of cost there, but this is a one-time download just for the iPad. No other purchases are necessary. This right here is specific to the iPad. As you can see, this great setup that's going on is unique to FIFA 12. So again, it was September or October. If you want to know more about it, visit EA.com.
هذه السنة أيضا من CES 2011 بلاس فيغاس، انتل موقع كبير وإطلاق لإنجازات جديدة، معالجات الجيل الجديد من بروسيسورز كور i3 i5 وi7. وعندما تكبر قدرات المعالجات ماذا يمكن أن يتحقق مع انتل؟
اليوم احنا اطلقنا مجموعه الجيل الثاني من معالجات الكور اي بروسيسورز من انتل، كور اي 3 كور اي 5 كور اي 7. لاول مره فيها ضمن المعالج نفسه فيها الهاي ديفينيشن جرافيكس كابابيلتيز بيلت ان في نفس المعالج، معناتها ما يحتاج لك جرافيكس شيبسيت، تعطيك سرعه فائقه اكبر حوالي 60% اسرع من الكور اي 5 والاي 7 اللي تكلمنا عنه العام الماضي. احد الفيتشرز اللي فيها احنا نسميها الانتل كويك سينك. ناس كثير الان عندهم ايفون ايباد عندهم موفيز تاخذها معك انت طالع سفر ولا اطفال بيتفرجوا عليها. اذا حاولت تحول الفيديو هذا اللي عندك في البيت تحوله الى الايفون ياخذ العاده فتره طويله. هنا التكنولوجيا الجديده توريك كيف السرعه الفائقه اللي يمكن تؤدي نفس العمليه. So if we see here مثلا هذه الجنريشن القديمه الكور اي 5 اللي تكلمنا عنها العام الماضي، هذه السكند جنريشن كور اي 5 بيحول الفيديو بيسوي له كونفرت الى ابل فورمات. بتشوف هنا كان بيطول 1% 2% وهنا في نفس الشيء. اوكي الكليب كله مدته 3 دقائق. مده تحويل الكليب هذا بتشوفه هنا بالسرعه الفرق. هنا already got start ماشي على 10%، هنا already ماشي 27% 28% وبيخلص في خلال الكليب اللي العاده يحتاج له 4 دقائق تحويل في الكور القديم بياخذ 16 ثانيه هنا. هذه العباره البوكسز هذه عباره عن وايرلس انتر وايرلس ديسبلاي. اذا كان عندك الجهاز اللي فيه الانتر كور الجديده ممكن يرسل وايرلس للفيديو الهاي ديفينيشن، يرسل لك اياه الى احد البوكسز هذه من شركات مختلفه، توصل عن طريق الاتش دي ام اي للتلفزيون تبعك وتعرض لك صوره هاي ديفينيشن. فاللي مش لازم بس المحتوى يعني يكون موجود على الجهاز الكمبيوتر، ممكن ايضا تشوفه على اي جهاز تلفزيون عندك في البيت. هذا الشيء في المستقبل، بس لما تبدا تتكلم تذكر احنا لما كنا اطفال وكنا نلعب العاب، كان مثلا تعتمد على خيالك كثير، تحاول تلعب دراجونز واشياء هذه عباره عن لعبه بس توريك الامكانيات في المستقبل. هذا عندك مثلا بيت ليجو حطيناه هنا، الكمبيوتر يكتشف الاوبجكت، عرف ان هذا بيت، حط لك شارع. طبعا هذا مثلا دراجون، الان انا كنت ايام زمان تجيب الدراجون عند البيت، والدراجون طبعا يشب النار فراح يحرق البيت. طبعا هذا كان كله خيالك. الان لما تحط دراجون عند البيت راح تحصل الفيديو انه هو فعلا شب النار والبيت فعلا احترق. لكن طبعا عندنا سياره الاطفاء، وراح اجيب سياره الاطفاء واحطها عند البيت، بشيل الدراجون حيطفي النار. هذا طبعا هذا كان كله في السابق خيال، الان واقع. المبدا هنا ليس مبدا الالعاب، وانما مبدا الاوبجكت ريكوجنيشن. يحتاج الى معالج قوي جدا. شوف المعالج هذا في عباره عن 6 ثريدز، 6 بروسيسورات لما يقول لك يتعاملون في نفس الوقت، بحيث يعاملون يكتشفون الاوبجكت هذا ويعرفون ايش يسووا فيه.